And Jeff, we're inside the National Weather Service, who has issued that tornado warning for Russell County up here on the screen. We'll come back and find out if they're going to extend that. It goes until 45 after the hour. Also find out what's in store here for later today and tonight from South Central Kansas, from the Weather Service office here in Wichita.
Mike Seidel is there. He's in the National Weather Service offices there. And you know, Mike, it looks like the peak of that severe threat for this area is going to be between 7 p.m. and 2 a.m. So folks still have time to get prepared and know where they need to go when this hits.
That's right. And right now, our real concern in the short term is the tornado warning. We've got Chance Hayes here, who's the warning coordination meteorologist up in Russell County. Now it's leaving Russell County, but over here in the corner, we've got Geraldine Billings, who's a meteorologist here at the Weather Service. She is the one putting out the warnings for this Weather Service forecast office, and we're going to go ahead and extend the warning.
Oh, absolutely. The warning is going to be extended for about a half an hour. We're concerned with far northwestern Russell County, as well as, northeastern Russell County and northwestern Lincoln before it moves on up to the north into Osborne and so on and so forth.
And that's another Weather Service jurisdiction,
Yes,
the Hastings, Nebraska Weather
correct.
Service
We're
office.
basically passing the baton onto the Hastings National Weather Service office.
And Jeff Morrow just showed that. We'll go back to our radar, our TrueView Max radar at the Weather Channel. Jeff Morrow just showed that going up into Lincoln and Osborne counties.
Yes.
Now we've got unconfirmed reports that it's rain wrapped.
Yes, we are getting reports. There's several chasers out in the field, and they're reporting brief touchdowns, but it's wrapped in rain, so it's making it very difficult for folks to see.
And very dangerous.
Oh, absolutely. Folks need to be indoors.
Other than that, everything else is pretty much off to the west, and they've been hailers and not
Yes.
rotating, but they're starting to rotate now as they head up north of Russell into southern Nebraska.
They are getting into a little bit better environment. The dry line's still way out to the west. That's why the storms are firing out near Dodge. We're just going to have to continue to set, wait, and monitor and issue as needed.
And our concern really is later on after, say, 6 or 7 o'clock.
That's correct.
Once the big spin, all that jet stream wind energy comes out of the four corners.
Oh, the jet stream energy, the dry line moving to the east, it's just setting up for a volatile situation. We're just going to have to track the movement of the dry line and see what happens.
Yeah, we'll be here. We appreciate the Weather Service office letting us inside because this is really where it all happens. Again, Geraldine Billings over there will be watching the radar. She's not only watching the Doppler, but over here it's the new dual pole screen. It's 4-paneled. I took the course, and I want to tell you, it's not easy to learn dual pole radar, but they were one of the first. You were the first or one of the first?
One of the first. We were scheduled to be first, but things got delayed a little bit, so we were one of the first.
Okay, back to the Heather and Jeff in the studio. We'll keep you updated on this area of the country under a high risk today and tonight.
All right, thank you very much, Mike.
The storms all day long, and now you're at the National Weather Service office there in Wichita. What's the latest from where you are? What's the buzz?
Well, we were outside, now we're inside. There was a lot of buzz in here tonight because they're putting out a lot of tornado warnings and a lot of information coming in. Storm spotters, chasers, Weather Service employees have been out getting a handle on these storms. Let's bring in Geraldine Billings, who's been here for, what, 12 hours?
12 hours, yes.
12 hours. You were putting out the warnings until 8 o'clock tonight. What kind of day was it for you?
It's been a busy day. I started warnings at
right now it's
about noon or 11 o'clock and went till 8 and continued to issue warnings. And it's been hectic but manageable. And
now we have 2 employees doing what you were doing by yourself earlier. We've got Andy and the gentleman in the corner.
yes, Eric.
Eric. So we've got Andy and Eric. Eric is handling the cell up in Morris County that came out of Marion County, and then Andy's watching the storms that are heading towards here in Wichita.
Right. Eric's actually up in central Kansas, up on Russell County, but Andy's doing the Marion County and the Harper County storm. And Dodge City that one's coming in, and they will decide who's going to take care of that one.
Now, we talked about to Andy earlier about this storm in Wichita because we're sitting here on the south side. It looks like it's making a bit of a right turn, and we may actually miss the worst of it, at least here in the immediate area.
Yeah, the current track, what it looks to be, is that the current track will be southern Wichita. If it maintains the current track, it could hit near Hayesville, track over Hayesville, which is a southern suburb of Wichita. So Wichita and Sedgwick County still in.
Let's walk over here and look at Andy's screens. He's got dual pole up. He's also got the Doppler. Andy's cranking out the warnings. How's it looking so far right now as it heads towards Wichita? If you can give us a few seconds.
Right now, it's looking like the worst of it is gonna remain south of Wichita, but however, this storm is wobbling a bit, so wobbling along that path. So right now, I guess it looks like it will remain south of the city, but with that wobbling path, which at least the southern sections of Wichita could be under the gun.
Okay, we're going to be standing by here as that tornadic supercell heads towards us. Chris and Kim, back to you.
All right, thank you, Mike. Very interesting.
Very interesting.
Well, we've got that tornadic supercell on the ground. Let's bring in Chance Hayes, who's our warning coordinating meteorologist here.
Yes.
We just issued a warning now for Sedgwick County.
Absolutely.
And that is the county we're in.
Right.
And we thought for a while that the cell was going to maybe miss Wichita to the south. Now it's jumped back towards the left a little bit.
It has. It's moving north-northeast right now. It's taking a bead on southern Sedgwick County. A half-a-mile wide tornado on the ground as we speak. South of us in Sumner County, it is moving into the southwest portions of Wichita within probably about the next 45 minutes or so.
And then I just heard from over here another large tornado in
Argonia, which is south of us in Sumner County.
and that's
yes.
the same cell we're watching
That's
here.
the exact same cell that's moving towards us here at the National Weather Service.
And we've got Kevin over here. Any damage reports from this cell yet?
We are just starting to get reports, but nothing confirmed yet. But I'm sure, especially as it starts to move into populated areas, that we're going to see probably significant damage.
Well,
across the area.
down there in Harper, it's fairly rural still.
Yes, it is.
Now, as it gets up here into Sedgwick, we've
But
got
it
a higher
is-
density population.
That's right, and it's moving towards Conway Springs, which is in Sumner County, and then also Wichita area, south parts of Wichita area, definitely going to be affected. So I'm sure we're going to see reports of damage coming in here pretty quickly over the next.
And there was some buzz around here that may be heading right towards the Weather Service office here.
There is some potential for that now. It is starting to jog a little bit more to the north as opposed to the northeast, so we definitely have to be concerned.
And this is a long track. It's been on the ground for what, 20, 25 miles at least?
At least. It started in west Oklahoma and Woods County, and it's been on the ground pretty much since then, so it's definitely long track supercell.
Okay, Chris and Kim, we're here again. We may have to head for shelter in the next half an hour or so. Tornado warning now for Sedgwick County. That's the county here where we are in Wichita. We're on the west side of Wichita. We'll keep you updated from here, from the National Weather Service office here in Wichita.
Meteorologist Mike Seidel, thank you. And
yeah, I'm back here at the Weather Service office in Wichita. The sirens are going off here in Sedgwick County. Let me walk around and see if we've got any updates on this situation.
Right now, yes, we're in the process of issuing a tornado emergency for Conway Springs. It looks like they're going to take a direct hit.
And where's Conway Springs in relation to us? A little south and west?
Yes, it's a little bit to the south and west. It's about a county to the south of us, but that storm is moving towards the north and will be affecting the south part of the Wichita area here over the next 45 minutes or so.
Okay, Kim, Chris, back to you. Emergency for Conway Springs. Next in line could be at least the southern suburbs of Wichita. We'll be here for you until we may have to go into a shelter.
All right, you guys.
Okay, we've got Andy over here. He's handling the cell heading towards Wichita. We have the emergency for Conway Springs, but he's now saying the tornado has weakened somewhat.
Right. He said the last scan that came into the radar, and the data has shown that the circulation has weakened just a little bit. Still reports out there of a large tornado, and then also a little satellite tornado with it also. So still, folks need to be taking precautions.
Right.
It is moving towards the western portions of Wichita, and we all need to be vigilant about that.
And that's where we are also. Just heard that they evacuated the tower here at the airport.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I called over there, told them that the storm was moving right towards us, and they went ahead and took precautionary measures and evacuated the tower.
And Andy says about 45 minutes before we have the direct impact here, which
Correct.
means we're going to probably have to put our satellite dish down and broadcast over the phone.
Okay.
And we may have to end up in a down shelter.
Yeah, we may be in shelter here before too long, absolutely.
Okay, that's Chance Hayes, the coordination meteorologist, who has also been lining up your treks out tomorrow for
Yes.
storm damage reports.
Right, we're having to get the assessment team ready to go and made contacts. And right now we'll have 2 teams, possibly even 3 teams heading out tomorrow.
Okay, Chance, thanks for that. Great information. We'll stay with you throughout the next hour or so. We may have to do it via phone, Kim and Chris, as the approaching tornadic supercell heads into the Sedgwick County, Wichita area.